In this example, I'm going to show you how to make a bomb that you can activate using a remote detonator. I get a lot of design documents from students that say, okay, I want the player to have to assemble a bomb, but that doesn't really work in a text adventure very well, and I'm not even sure it works in a graphic game. I mean, that's more of a crafting kind of thing. So if you want to have a bomb in your game, that's fine. There are many ways that will work, and this particular strategy is going to be implemented using a remote detonator. So we're going to drop the bomb one place, and then we'll have to be someplace else, and we'll push a button on the detonator. And so rather than assembling a bomb, we're going to have to like maybe find both parts to the bomb. So let's take a look at that. Here's the actual layout of the world. So we're going to start here in this clearing. There'll be a mountainside, and there's going to be a large boulder like blocking a passage into this computer room, which is sort of deep under the mountain. So what we're going to do is drop the bomb or put the bomb on the boulder, and then push the button, and that's going to blast it out of the way. So let's pop over to Lantern and make that happen. Okay, so here we are. I've imported that project into Lantern. And you can see what we've got here is we start in the clearing, and it says that there's a small black cylinder here, there's a red button here, and there's an explosive pack here. And what is going on is that we want the player to have to push the button, not push the cylinder. So it's kind of like a garage door opener kind of thing. So what I'm going to actually do is let's start making all this stuff portable. There's our small black cylinder. Let's make that portable. There's our red button. We're not really going to make that portable. Here, I'm going to show you what we'll do with that here. The explosive pack, we want that to be portable. There's a boulder here, massive boulder. That's not portable. That's okay. And so I think we're okay there. So what we want to have the player do here is like we want them to have to type like press button or something. Press button. Now we didn't add a press button function, but we really want that button to be wherever the detonator is. So rather than if we make the detonator a supporter and then put the button on it, it's going to be kind of weird because it's always going to say there's a cylinder here, on the cylinder is a button. We don't really want that. What I'm going to do here is make an event called move button, and I'm going to click create here, and I'm just going to move the button wherever the button is, or wherever the detonator is. That's where I'm going to put the button. So I'll use if tab tab, and then what was that object called? It was called the small black cylinder. Let's go back to our event. .l tab tab. Okay, so I want the button's location. It was at the red button. Tab tab l tab tab expands to location. No, I don't need. This isn't even an if. This is not even an if statement. There's no if statement here. It's just the red button's location is equal to the small black cylinder's location. Perfect. So put the small black, or put the red button wherever the detonator is. Awesome. And then, did we make that red button? Let's make that scenery. So it's kind of there, but it's invisible. So let's run this player here, or run the player, and you can see there's a small black cylinder here. I should be able to type examine the button, and it says, let's examine the detonator. Oops, examine detonator. Why did that not work? Oh, because it's a cylinder. You know what? Okay, here. Let's go back to the small black cylinder, and I'm going to make detonator a synonym. So check this out. For that object, detonator. Okay, cool. All right, now let's examine the button. The red button is up. So notice, and now if I go east, I can still examine the button. It says the button is not here. Where's the button? You don't see that here. Let's go to our event and see what's going on. The red button's location should be the small black cylinder's location. Not sure. Okay, maybe I mistyped something last time. It actually does seem to work. So I'm over by the boulder now, and I have I'm carrying the detonator, and if I examine the button, so the button is just there. It's basically it's a scenery object that moves to wherever the detonator is. All right. So now also when I run this thing, there's nothing that stops me from east. See, there's an embedded in the mountainside, right? And if I try to go east, there's nothing. That doesn't stop me. And it doesn't stop us because, according to our map, I could go east from the mountainside into the computer room, and we're just mentioning that there's a boulder there, but we're still connected. What we need is a check. We need a check to see, hey, if we're trying to go east and we're at the mountainside and the boulder's still there, then stop us from moving. So let's add a verb check here, and I'm gonna make a function called check boulder. Click add, and I bet we've got something a snippet we can use. Check for. This is going to be like a kind of a blocking NPC kind of thing. Don't let the player move. Don't let player take item if NPC. Don't let player move if carrying an item. Don't let player move if wearing an item. All right. Well, we'll take one of these here. Let's modify this. If the player's location is the boulder's location, how about that? Boulder. If the player's location is the boulder location, then print the boulder is in the way and stop. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll wire up this check for going east, because that's how we have to get past the boulder. So I'm going to select east up here. So when I go east, I want to do the boulder check. All right, so now let's run this. East, the boulder's in the way. Okay, cool. So now we've got this boulder in the way, and we've got this detonator thing. So let's think about how this is going to work. Maybe the player has to drop. Maybe we want to put the bomb under the boulder, on the boulder, in the same room as the boulder. Maybe all of those would work. So let's make a function here. Let's go to functions, and we'll make one called activate bomb or something. And I'll click add. And there's a code snippet here for, oh look, I added one, detonate a bomb using a detonator. Amazing, cool. So let's see what this says. Okay, so change correct room to the location where the bomb needs to be placed. Change bomb, okay, to whatever your bomb object is. And I think mine is called explosive pack. And then we're going to call this when the player presses the button. So if the player's location is equal to the, you know what, let's go, what was it, explosive pack, there we go, let's get explosive pack here. And also, for the explosive pack, maybe I'll call that the bomb. I'll make bomb a synonym for that. Let's go back to our functions. So we'll say if the player's location is the explosive pack's location, then the explosive pack's location, or the explosive pack's location is the player. What we're going here is if the player's in the same room as the bomb, or the player's carrying the bomb, then we don't want the bomb to go off. Or maybe you do want the bomb to go off and you want to kill the player. That's up to you. Right now I'm just going to print out the detonator emits an error tone. So if the player has the bomb or can see the bomb, then we're going to kill the player, or at least, or maybe not let the bomb go off. Otherwise, if the bomb's location is the correct room. Okay, so what's the correct room for us? What is it, like mountainside? If the bomb's location is the mountainside, maybe we'll say, or the, oh, and it's not bomb, it's explosive pack. If the explosive pack's location is the mountainside, how about, or the explosive pack's location is the boulder? Because maybe we want to put the thing on the boulder. Or maybe the player will try to put the thing under the boulder, which we can handle in a second. Then print, in the distance you hear a loud rumble, and then what we're going to do is, let's move the explosive pack off screen, and now we have to figure out, well, like, what happens in our game when we detonate the bomb, and this is going to be different for every game, so I can't really give you a code snippet for that, but typically, you kill it, you move an NPC off screen. We're gonna we'll move the boulder off screen. Maybe room descriptions change. So in this example, we definitely want to move our explosive pack off screen because it's we already did that. The explosive pack moved off screen because it's gone now. Let's move the boulder off screen. Boulder.location equals OF tab off screen. Okay, and then maybe we'll change the location or the description of the mountainside to mention the tunnel. Mountainside dot description dot D tab. And then let's save that. What I'm going to do is go back to the mountainside here, and I'm going to grab that description, and I'll come back to the sentences and the functions there, and I'll change the mountainside description to, you're standing west of a mountainside, there's a clearing to the east, a tunnel leads east into the mountain. So what I'm going to do here is now indicate that, hey, I'm going to change the description of the room to indicate that there's a tunnel leading east. So that's the third situation. The situation is, A, the player's too close to the bomb, so we kill the player. The second scenario is that the bomb is in the right location. And the third scenario is the bomb is not in the right location, in which case we're just going to print nothing happens because we don't want the player to maybe destroy the bomb and leave the game kind of in an unwinnable state. I'm sure there's going to be a typo here at some point, so let's just test it and see what happens. Oh my God, it actually worked. Okay, so let's go east. Okay, there's our boulder. All right, so let's take the bomb. Okay, take the detonator. Awesome. Okay, let's go east, and now let's drop the bomb. And now if okay, so forgot to do something. So this is all good. This is actually all working, but we forgot to add the sentence. We got everything done. We've got our function here, activate bomb. We need to add the sentence. So what I'm going to say is, when I press the red button, I want to call the activate bomb function, and now I should be able to take the detonator. All right, now what happens if I push the button? The detonator emits an error tone because I'm too close, right? Now if I go east and I push the button, nothing happens, right? Because the bomb's in the wrong location. What if I go west and I take the bomb? Okay, taken east, drop the bomb, right? And now I go west. In the distance, you hear a loud rumble. Cool. All right, now if I go east, notice the boulder is gone. We moved it off screen, and it says a tunnel leads east into the mountain. Now, because the boulder's not there anymore, that boulder check's going to pass. So I should be able to go into the computer room. There's an alien computer here. All right, excellent. Let's look at the computer. There's a large alien computer here. It appears to be from Altair. Ha, computer joke. Okay, so there's an example of how to set up a remote detonator thing. What if the player had wanted to put the stuff on the boulder. So that, I mean, a player might want to try that, right? That might make more sense. Put it on the boulder, put it under the boulder. Okay, so what if I take the bomb and I want to I go east here. What if I say put bomb on boulder? It's going to say, oh, it should have done a check to say that we shouldn't have done that. All right, well, hey, it worked. Okay, push button. You don't see that here. Okay, take detonator. Push button. In the distance, you hear a loud rumble. Okay, so it worked because the explosive pack was either in the mountainside or the explosive pack was on the boulder. So let's go check the boulder. Interesting. That should not have worked because the boulder you should have to make the boulder a supporter in order to put stuff on it. But apparently that worked. So I'll have to investigate that. What if we put the explosive under the boulder? I mean, that's something that the player might type. But again, we're I'm going to put bomb under boulder. We're going to kind of fake this here. Print line. You shove the bomb or the explosive pack or something under the boulder. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to put the explosive pack, dot location equals boulder dot location. We're just going to put the explosive pack wherever the boulder is. The explosive pack's location is now the boulder's location. Really all we did was just put it in the room. There's no special location under the boulder. And now we just have to add a sentence that says, if I try to put place the explosive pack, do we have under as a preposition? Under the boulder, then call put bomb under boulder instead. All right, so let's run that, and we take the bomb east, put bomb under boulder. You shove the explosive pack under the boulder. Okay, and if I type look, we should see the explosive pack here. There's a explosive pack here. Yeah, okay. So there it is. We can put the thing on the. We can just drop the bomb in the room. We can put the bomb under the boulder. We can put the bomb on the boulder, and it works. So there it is. So there's how to. There's how to make a remote detonator. The trick is you kind of want to have these three cases. You want to check, is the bomb in the right place? Okay, boom. That's this case here. Put the bomb in the right place. Boom. Okay, this is the player's too close to the bomb. You can either kill the player or just say that the thing doesn't go off. And the third case is that the bomb isn't in the right location. In that case, you want to print nothing happens so you don't soft lock the game. So there you go. There's how to make a remote detonator. Again, assembling bombs from parts just does not really work it's just not really workable. So, but here, if you want a bomb in your game, there's a way to do it with a remote detonator, and I'll do some other bomb examples as well.